Welcome to Kenpo University. My name's Al Babinick and I'm your instructor for this lesson, part 2 of hopping crane in long 5. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through how a hopping crane is going to work with some extensions. We're going to talk about Crushing Hammer and Dance of Death, and how if you don't want to do the extensions you could put in hopping crane and things like that. Now just to let you know right off the bat, I know that I do Crushing Hammer a little bit different than the manual says. I'm going to go over both ways, but I'm going to show you the way I think about Crushing Hammer, the extension, and why I think that way. Okay? So, and you'll see that hopping crane fits in a little bit better with it. And then we'll take a look at Dance of Death too. So let's get at it and let's see how this is going to work. All right, I want to talk about the extension bit and how hopping crane works, okay? So we have a technique, Crushing Hammer. So when you do the extension on Crushing Hammer, you step back, you flip the guy over, he lands something like this, right here. Now, two things. The manual says he's on the ground, and that you do a stomp to the back of the leg, kick to the back of the head, hook underneath the arm, and that way he can't use it against you as you drop your knee into his ribs, step over, crush his head, and then left rear kick to his head, right? That's what the manual says. I do it a tiny bit different, and this is just me, okay? This isn't anybody else that I know. This is just how I do it. And I could do the technique that way. It works great. But, Ted, if you could get up. So, that's what's happening. I did something where I threw Ted to the floor. So, actually do me a favor, just go all the way back down. I threw Ted to the floor. Maybe I was surveying to see if there was more people coming in. He starts getting up. I do my kick, boom, to the back of the leg, knocks his pelvis down, kick him in the head, and then this hooks under the arm as I drop my knee. And then I'm going to step over his head and do the left kick to the head. So it's a left knee drop and then left kick to the head. So that's how I like to do Crushing Hammer, the extension, instead of just, oh, the guy's laying on the ground. I like to say, oh no, he's getting back up. I flip them over. If you know the technique, you flip them over. Go ahead, start getting back up. I go, no, boom. I kick this out, drop my knee, come over, drop my knee on the back of his head, and then I've got him. And then I cross out. That's how I like to do Crushing Hammer. I know it's done on the ground, but I like to do it as the guy's getting up. Because we also do Dance of Death. If you think about it, I just did a different video on Dance of Death that after you jump off his back and you stomp on him, you only do the chop if he's getting back up. So we did it in orange, or the orange extensions. Now I'm going to do it in the purple extensions, right? So I do it a little bit different. But here's where hopping crane ties in with that, if we do it that way. So if he's on the ground, so I was here, maybe I threw him to the ground. Who knows how he got there? It doesn't have to be Crushing Hammer, okay? So I twist off, I just hop up, I scoop this, boom, kick him, and then out I go. Thank you, Ted, as we're doing the technique. So when you're doing Crushing Hammer, this is just hopping crane from long 5 is just another way to do that technique, and that's if I want to cross out that way. So maybe guy number 2 that's fighting me is over here someplace, and I say, oh, I want to go here. Maybe guy number 2 is back over here someplace, so I go, oh, I want to go that way. So as we're going through this technique, that's where hopping crane, well, that's what hopping crane does and how you do it, and it's also how it kind of fits into the system in my brain. Other people may not say so, but my brain says this is how it works, okay? If you've never done Crushing Hammer, if you know the extension, if you've never done Crushing Hammer against somebody getting up like that, try it. You'll like it. Trust me, okay? Because you kick the guy in the back of the leg, you boot him in the end. When you kick to the back of the leg, their head comes up like this. So when you side kick them in the back of the head, it actually flops their head down. When people are getting up, could you do me a favor? Go this way, hands and knees. No, face this way. Thank you. Hands and knees. So from here, if we take a look at how that arm's going to react, when I boot him down here, his head pops up, and that way I can kick. Now, I'm not kicking him, all right? But do you see how his arm's right like that? Now, he always moves his hand, but if he didn't, if I just plowed through this, do you see how that would, do you feel it? Do you see how that's going to snap his wrist and pop his shoulder out? When I do it, I'm always a nice guy, and I just kick and then do my knee drop and then do my step over and my step off. But if his hand, if he was actually putting weight onto that hand when he was trying to get up and I shove this underneath, do you see how that's going to snap the shoulder and maybe snap his fingers back? Thank you, Ted, very much for helping me out there. It's a lot of fun, okay? And it's a get back down there. So we have a lot of techniques in the system where it's get down there, stay down there, stay. We do everything we can to keep him down there. Dance of Death is one of them. Crossing Talon is one of them. So crossing Talon, get down there, stay down there, stay down there, stay down there. As you're doing it, this is another one of them. All right, so big picture with using hopping crane on Dance of Death or Crushing Hammer instead of the extensions. Here's how it's working. If I'm doing Dance of Death, I'm right foot forward, I've got his leg over here, I flip the guy over. Now, I didn't step back, so his lower back is right in front of me. His arm is literally about 3 feet up there, okay? So when I do this, I don't have to do the twist because I'm already right foot forward. So if I flip the guy over, all I have to do is do the hop up, so I just hop up, and then I could get my sweep and my kick. I get the counterbalance with the sweep, and you get the kick, okay? All right, now, if I want to use this on Crushing Hammer, for Crushing Hammer, we did our elbow and our palm, reach down, grab the legs, put one on top of the other. You turn and step back. Now, I'm a little bit further away because I took a stance back. So Dance of Death, I was up there. This one, I'm back here. Now, I'm left foot forward. So now, I do need the twist, and I could do my hop up and the sweep like I showed you on Ted. All right, so if you're right foot forward, just step, and you're doing Dance of Death, just hop forward, do the sweep and the kick. If you're left foot forward, like Crushing Hammer, do the twist, the step hop, and you're still good to go. So if you don't feel like doing those two extensions, or you just want to play with hopping crane a little bit, that's how it kind of fits together. And that's why I do this type of version of Crushing Hammer. Now you see a little bit more how hopping crane, Dance of Death, Crushing Hammer, and other techniques fit in. Those are just the two I used. And how you have the get down there, stay down there type techniques. So hopefully this was a lot of food for thought for you, okay? And remember, you know, help me out. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Tell me what you want to see, okay? Subscribe. Hit the little bell button for notifications, and go to Kenpo University and sign up and get some videos that aren't on YouTube. All right? So thanks for listening to the end, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.